Shalom, shalom. Here's a question that very few ever stop to ask. Is the Bible a Christian book or an Israelite book? If it's truly a Christian book, then why does the word Israel appear over 2,500 times while the word Christian barely appears twice? What if everything you've been taught about the Bible, who it belongs to, who it was written for, and who it represents has been carefully rewritten by those who wanted to erase the true identity of Yahweh's chosen people? In this video, we're going to uncover one of the greatest religious cover-ups of all times. How the Bible of Israel was stolen, renamed, and repackaged as the book of Christianity. Let's talk about it.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room, you can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave like everyone else. You were born into bondage. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
All praise to the Most High Yah Shalom. Thank you for tuning in to another Righteous Spirit-filled episode. Today I'm back at it in them trenches, handling that kingdom business. The Bible, the most widely read and distributed book on earth, is claimed by billions of people around the world as a Christian text. But when you open the very pages of the Bible, of the KJV, your NLT, your NIV, your ESV, your Amplified, the numbers tell a completely different story. The word Israel appears a total of 2,568 times in the Bible, but the word Christian only twice in the entire book. So ask yourself, if this was truly a Christian book, why is there so little mention of the very word Christian, yet overwhelming mention of Israel? Even more revealing is where the word Christian appears. Only in the New Testament, which people often claim is where Christianity begins, but even in the New Testament, Israel is still mentioned over 70 times in 70 different verses. That's not by accident. It's proof that the Most High never replaced his people, despite the deception of replacement theology, which falsely teaches the church replaces Israel. But the scriptures tell a different story. Yeshua, the Messiah, said clearly in Matthew 15:24, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He didn't come for a new religion. He came for a nation, the house of Israel. Even when we consider Apostle Paul's lineage, even the Apostle Paul, who so many people claim started Christianity, was himself an Israelite. In Romans 11:1, Paul declares, For I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. So how can the Bible, written by Israelites to Israelites about the redemption of Israel, somehow become a Christian book? Let's take a deeper look. The word Christian in Greek is Strong's number G5546 Christianos. According to its etymology, it wasn't a name given by Yeshua, the disciples, or Israelites. It was a name given by heathens, Gentiles, Goyim, outsiders, to label the followers of Messiah. So even the term Christian was never ordained by Yahweh. It was a title created by the outside nations, not by the covenant people. Now some might say, well, maybe it's a Jewish book. But the word Jew doesn't even appear in the Bible until Esther 2:5 and only 32 times in 32 verses throughout the entirety of the Bible. Something's going on here. The plural form, Jews, appears first in 2 Kings 16:6 and only 257 times across 244 verses. Meanwhile, Israel dominates the scriptures from Genesis to Revelations. So it's clear, the Bible isn't a Jewish book, and it's certainly not a Christian book. It's the book of Israel. When you think about your 10 commandments, who were those given to? In Exodus chapter 20, man, those was given to Israel. When you think about the law, which Christianity rejects, who was that written on behalf of? Israel. Doesn't the book say sin is the transgression of the law? If the Messiah didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets, and it says he was without sin and did not violate that same Torah that was given to Israel, how can you say this stuff is Christian text, Christian doctrine? See, it's important that we expose deception. This truth exposes one of the greatest scandals in human history, a deception that took place after the death, burial, and resurrection of Yeshua the Messiah. Man, I challenge you to go back and read what happened in the book of 1 Maccabees. Read chapter 1, 2, 3, read those, and it'll tell you about King Antiochus and what was going on at Antioch. The heathens took the Hebrew scripture of Israel, they changed the name of the Messiah from Yeshua to Jesus, formerly known in Christianity as JC. They removed the sacred name of Yahweh and replaced it with generic titles like God and Lord, words rooted in pagan Babylonian worship. They even replaced the image of the true Messiah with false deception, a picture that is of Caesar Borgia, a European idol that became the face of modern Christianity. And just like that, the Israelite scriptures were stolen, rebranded, and renamed. So the question isn't, is the Bible a Christian book? The real question is, when did the world forget that the Bible was written for, to, and about Israel? Is this a reading comprehension problem? Because we got a lot of educated people that's got degrees in all this kind of theology, but at the end of the day, if you can't see blatantly that this book is written on behalf of Israel, you may be dealing with a strong delusion and a strong case of spiritual retardation. From Genesis to Revelation, it's the story of one people, one covenant, and one promise. And those who truly follow Yeshua must return to the Hebrew roots of faith, not the man-made religion of Christianity. Because only when we return to truth, the Torah, the covenants, and the name of Yahweh will we truly understand what this book has always been about, the restoration of Israel. I understand that, in the Brit Hadashah, the New Testament, it says that the Gentiles can be grafted in, but they are not to exalt themselves above the natural branch. Go back and read that. What has happened is the branch that was grafted in tried to hijack everything, make it appear as it's of Western culture, when the book is about a Eastern agricultural Hebraic Israelite people. If this message opened your eyes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop me a comment down below, because in the next video, we're going even deeper into how the false religion of Christianity was built by Rome, and how Yahweh is waking up his chosen people, the children of Israel, to return to their true identity. Shalom and praise to the Most High. Closer to Yah Ministries, kicking that thing gun barrel straight.